the recognized symbol of excellence in collecting podcasts.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio. This is a show where we talk action figures, toys, collectible, and all that sort of thing. So if that's what you're into, sit back, relax, because we're about to unbox 1 or 2 hours of top shelf front row toy talk. My name is Changes Color in Freezer John Sargent.
And my name is Camo Carnage Christian McGann, a.k.a. the Toy Biz Disciple, a.k.a. the 250-pound prodigy.
The Count of Monte Fisto. You guys can follow along in the show on Instagram. We're at Mighty Champions. That is where you are going to see your visuals. You can interact with us, ask us questions. We've got a great question from one of the listeners here today. You'll see our toy hunts. You'll see our personal collections. You can share your toy hunts and your personal collections. That all happens over at Mighty Champions. Wherever you're hearing the sound of our voice, you can definitely subscribe to the show so that you don't miss an episode. New one has been dropping every Monday for over a year. You can also review the show because that's the only way that the show can grow, and we're trying to take this thing intergalactic. So if you could leave us a review on Apple, Spotify, that would mean the world to us. It's the only way this thing can grow and get as big as we need it to grow. Okay, today on the show, we are going to rank every single X-Men 97 Marvel Legends figure that has been released. We're going to go one by one and we're going to rank those bad boys. We also got the news of the week that's fit to print, and then we're going to bring you some of the tippy-top Rare Boys out there. The high-price Rare Boys. So that's what we got up on deck. Coming up in the near future, make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be chatting all things San Diego Comic-Con when that happens. Not all things, but all things toy reveals, things like that. Like I said, X-Men 97 right now. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming up. It's going to be nerd heaven for the rest of the summer. So stay tuned to Action Figure Radio so you don't miss anything. Christian, it's been one heck of a week this week.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
It feels like this week was supposed to be the week where things got back to normal. Last week was a great week because it was just like, all right, took a couple days off this week. This past week was supposed to feel like it was, okay, Monday, striking while the iron is hot. Still kind of random. I think because my girlfriend took off 2 days. So it was like, I have a very flexible schedule where I have like tons of gaps and I can kind of do whatever I want. And so in those gaps, I was just with her. So that felt kind of like it threw my week off a little bit. But it was all good, man. It was all good. I think with, we met up and we talked about the podcast, and we've been doing this for, like you said, straight up 53 weeks straight, essentially. We conquered the hardest part of any creative outlet, which is consistency.
Yep.
And so just meeting and talking about what the next step is, what the next level is, I think is really cool. And then met with a group of writers talking about our screenplay ideas and stuff like that. And that was really cool. So to me, it felt like this week of just being everything I am and that I want to be. And I feel like keeping these things in front of me in that way is like making them on the calendar. Mm-hmm. It's like surrounding myself with that. So to me, this week felt very just like victorious in that way. So it was cool. It was kind of not normal, but also at the same time, if that's the new normal, totally down for that. But it is weird though, because I felt like literally yesterday, I was like, I don't feel itchy because I felt like I had an overabundance. I was greedy. I was gluttonous on my toy buying because obviously if you guys have listened to last week, John and I went on an adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah, listen to episode 52 last week, John and Christian's excellent adventure. I don't know what the episode's called, but that's a doozy.
Yeah, and it was weird because I haven't really felt that. Usually after we buy toys, it's like you give it a couple days and then you're back to being itchy again. And yesterday I was like, I'm just not that itchy. I'm okay, I guess, if I just have some time. And then today, even on my way here, I was like, man, I'm getting kind of itchy.
It's setting in.
You know, you told me yesterday about how you were going to go to Collector's Crossroads to see if they had anything. And I was like, let me ask them if they had anything. Like, if I just need to, like, bounce over there or anything.
They did not.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it on my end. I did order something from eBay. I showed you. Well, not a toy. Remember, like, it was the Godzilla poster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
which is dope. That's still part of the collection.
Yeah, it is. And I think that is okay, so actually this is big news. I was rearranging my toy room yesterday because it's an office I share with my girlfriend, but one side is like toys. I was like, man, I need something to kind of revamp the juices a little bit. So I've had my Marvel and my DC shelf touching, essentially. Like they're two shelves side by side. And then I'm like, man, I need to create some more room, more real estate, more wall real estate. And on top of that, it was like, I needed to add more flair, right? Like I needed to make the toy
30
room.
pieces of flair.
Yeah, so I basically ordered that Godzilla poster and Godzilla from 1998, the Godzilla, and
God,
dude,
I have half a mind to throw you out of here.
man, there is a secret like cult surrounding that movie.
Since we've started this and it's like come up a lot, like I had no idea. I should have thought, like, of course some people are just going to be of the age where that was for them. I had no idea. Because in my world, where I'm sitting, my homies hate that movie, so...
yeah, and I get it, but I can't help it, you know? And so anyway, I ordered a poster for that.
I jokingly, like, I don't yuck people's yum, but, like, I mean, the movie does suck, but you get what I'm saying. I love that.
But when you're 8 years old...
and we've talked about the marketing... There's if we did like a topic, like a segment about like movie marketing, that's up there with the best.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the merch is amazing. There's a reason the merch is expensive. Everything surrounding that movie is expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm switching it up a little bit. Probably going to get rid of some. So I have like some Batman posters in there. I have it's a very shrine-worthy Batman collection of obviously toys and posters and pictures and whatnot. And I was looking at one of them yesterday, and I was like, dude, I've had this since I worked a full-time job in like 2014, I believe. My old boss was like, she got me, like I had my own office, and she was very, I don't want to call it like manipulative, but that's a really good way to put it.
She's not listening.
No, I know. Trust me. If you want me to go further, I'll go further. But she was... like I would do something like relatively good, right? I maybe found an issue or whatever, fixed a problem, whatever it was. And then she would just be like, oh my God, we're going to get you anything you want. I'm going to order you some Batman posters and superhero stuff. We're going to put it up all over the walls. And I was like, oh, okay, awesome. And then if I like did something that wasn't super great, it was just like
look you in the eyes and rip it off the wall.
Dude, the time where shit, cause I was like, I worked at a doctor's office, right? Yeah. And like, I was one of 3 guys that worked there. The other one was my buddy who managed the place. The other guy was the doctor whose place it was. And he didn't do anything other than just like his thing. He
docked.
Yeah. And she was like, because we were men, she was like, can you guys go break down these boxes in the back? And we were both like, he was the office administrator or manager or whatever. I was like like I did the billing and stuff. And we're like, okay, because we're just men and that's just like dirty work, you know? And he was like breaking down the boxes because he worked at Best Buy, all amazing. And I was like, how do you do this or whatever? And she was like, oh my God, look at you non-leader, you. What even is that?
Because I can't break down a box.
And I was like, yeah, I wish I was him, I guess, because he's breaking down the perfect box. But anyway, long story short, I was looking at that poster and I was like...
Don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I was like, why do I even have this anymore? So anyway, long story short, my goal is just trying to revamp the old toy room. And it's like weird because I'm weird when I spend money. I don't want to buy things like that aren't toys. I'm like, dang, I need to buy some curtains for this room. And I'm like, I don't want to spend my money on that.
I've needed socks for a minute.
And I'll take my shoes off. I got all 5. I got all 6 sticking out.
Dude, I can't bring myself to pull the trigger on how much socks cost.
Dude, when I go there, I'm like,
First of all, they're locked up. Well, you need an adult.
That depends on which Walmart you're going to.
You have to go get an adult because you need socks, and I'm like, I lost the ability to care about this. I'm going to the toy section,
dude. So like, Target is the last time I bought socks, and it's the perfect description of like your underwear watching you buy new toys, and it's the Tobey Maguire like Battle Ravage suit, like 100%. And but I'm like, dude, freaking 2 pairs for $17 or something like that. And so I find like the bottom of the barrel. That's like the name of them, and I'm like, I'll take it. It's something like that, and I'm like, I'll take it. Like, I don't care. I don't need that. Like, to me, that's just like, it's the thing. It's just the thing I need. That isn't that important. Same with like freaking buying boxer shorts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, look, where can I get like 200 for $20 or something?
They're just I don't want to spend the money in the first place. They cost more than they should, and you have to go get an adult to unlock them. The action figures are just right there,
dude. And so my last thing, we were at Target earlier, and I felt something stirring. And we were at the self-checkout.
You had a bang right before.
No, I haven't. I'm drinking it right now. But where the self-checkout, there's an old dude that's like checking out, and he calls the lady over, like that works there, that handles all the self-checkout machines. And he's like, already got an attitude when he's talking to her. And he's like, you know, just yapping his brain out while she's trying to explain to him what actually is happening. And then she's trying to talk. She kind of has a little bit of a language barrier. And she's trying to explain. He keeps cutting her off to like old man-ify the situation. Mm-hmm. And he keeps going. And I'm sitting there hearing it, and I just turn around. I'm like, yeah, man, keep going. I dare you. And then he keeps, dude, he's like, he snapped at her. She's like literally just trying to help. She was just passing out stickers to like little kids. She couldn't stop smiling. And then he finally, like, she tries to help him scan something, and he grabs it from her, and he's like, I'm gonna do it myself. Whoa. And I was like, he does. I told Samantha, I was like, he goes one more time, I'm going in. And then she's like, you just want to fight? I'm like, you bet I do. and then she was like, okay. Like, she was like, she handled it well, and she's like, okay, sorry, and then walked away. And then he didn't do anything else, but I was like, bro, give me one chance. I'm like, I'm going in, because guess what? He's about 80.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, why are you gotta act like that? But I felt like you in that moment, where I was just like, you want some of this, huh? Old man?
I want the whole damn thing.
Man, I was ready. I was at least was gonna step in and be like,
you show up to the podcast, black eye, split lip, Bob Barker beat the crap out of you.
Yeah, that would have sucked. But anyway, how about you? What you been up to?
Man, this week has been also good, but weird. Like, weird in the sense that it wasn't like my normal week, because Danielle's out of town. She's out of the country.
Where's she at again?
Right now she's in England for the F1 race. And so I was home a lot with the dog, and also still getting over having been sick. So I was not going to martial arts, wasn't at work. I just had a lot of free time.
Yeah.
I wasn't itchy at all, also, so I wasn't like preoccupied with action figures. So it created this creative output sense in me instead of input, like the podcast, a writing project that I'm working on, like a kind of a crafty project that occurred to me that involves action figures. And so my headspace was kind of in that stuff all week, like output, which was cool because I don't usually have time for that much output. Yeah. It's normally like overwhelming amounts of input that crushes me, and by the time I get to the weekend, I can't function. So that was really cool. And although I was not itchy, I just have this daily habit, I guess it's more of an impulse, to go through Amazon, Target, Walmart, those things to just check if anything's on crazy sale. Because even if I'm not itchy, if it's on crazy sale and it's in my list, like, and I'm long gaming it, I'm going to get it. So I believe that's why I ended up on Walmart.com's website app. And brother, I'm pissed.
Wrestling ring. Bing, bing, bing.
we all interact with Walmart, the world's largest retailer, for one reason or another. But when you're tied into the action figure space and you talk to people, nobody hasn't been burned by Walmart. And I'm freaking livid that they keep having exclusive deals with these companies. Marvel Legends has exclusive deals. WWE has exclusive deals. The whole WWE Superstars line, the whole thing, no one can find it. And it's exclusive to Walmart. How do these companies keep getting into bed with this god-awful seventh circle of hell company? I go on the app, I go through my watch list, and I see Road Dogg and Billy Gunn from the Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits are available. And I go, well, I just spent a bunch of money. I don't need to spend a bunch of money. But the last time I saw these figures was at a toy show where homie was charging over $100 for the two of them. And kind of because I liked the New Age Outlaws when I was a kid. I do not like Billy Gunn and Road Dogg now because they're a-holes. But I was so I kind of waffled for a second. I was like, I have a lot of people in my collection that I think are a-holes, and I liked them then, so I'm going to get them. They look good. They're part of DX. I love DX. I'm never going to see them again. Let me pull the trigger. It's just going to get canceled anyway, so I probably won't get charged for it. It goes, your order is going to be delivered today. And I'm like, yeah, right. Then 2 hours later, your order has been delivered. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go on the podcast, and I'm going to talk about this miracle that has occurred that is everybody should have at least one win in their life. I get home. They have delivered this Billy Gunn, who I do not like and only half wanted, by himself.
Whoa. Then
it says the other half of your order is going to be delivered by 10 p.m. You track the little, Pizza Hut tracker. It never leaves the prepared button. Then they cancel the order that night, or delay it, then cancel it the next day. So now I'm left with half a tag team of a guy that I don't like and don't want, and they cancel the other half of it. How is the world's largest retailer with the world's largest toy manufacturer with the world's largest wrestling company this piss poor? And it's not just me. It's everyone who interacts with it. If the government was real, this is the sort of thing they would intervene in.
Maybe that's the genius of it. They're probably, because of the stakes behind wrestling figures, it's almost like Walmart doesn't know.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Action figures are a small fraction of what it is. They sell more Oreos specifically than they do action figures. It's just that they don't care. But why doesn't Mattel care? Why isn't Mattel being like, our products are not getting into the hands of the people?
I mean, I bet you anything, it's a larger scale where somebody at Walmart is probably just doing, working behind the scenes and flipping this stuff.
That's exactly what it is, because Walmart's app is a scam. Yeah. If you go on there, you don't even see the current released stuff. You see that stuff with aftermarket prices. It's an aftermarket seller like eBay is, except for it's the retailer selling aftermarket. How is that not putting people in jail? That's the part that I'm just livid about, and that I'm kind of stuck in the game. You know what I mean? I can't just recuse myself and go, I don't like action figures anymore. It's just a thing I have to contend with, and it drives me insane. I wanted to put my car into a Walmart when this happened. I'm so mad. I don't like Billy Gunn. I don't want this Billy Gunn. 2 weeks ago, I was watching The Rock cut a promo on this guy and cracking up laughing because he buried him 10 feet deep.
You basically you wanted that figure and another figure.
Yeah, I wanted the tag team together.
Together.
Which together, more powerful, interesting. I liked them. Individual. I don't like these human beings as they are now because they're absolute a-holes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's it's infuriating. But if I hold on to this, I could probably flip it and make money off of it. But the reason I can make money off of it is because Walmart sucks so bad at what they do, and no one's going to ever see this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, ugh, so mad.
Man, I got no sympathy for the modern game.
I know.
I'm like, man.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That just sucks so bad.
All right, let's change the channel a little bit. We got a question on Instagram from one of the toy soldiers, Jordan Allums, a regular contributor, has asked us the question, does Wolverine have a driver's license? Does he renew his motorcycle tags? I believe what he's getting at it here is that he's immortal, right? So is he just like riding dirty? Or is he like, hi, I'm James. I was born in 1857. I would like to renew my driver's license.
It's true. Yeah, he doesn't do that.
I think vampire rules apply here, and he's just riding dirty.
I think even if he wasn't immortal, he's just not gonna waste his own time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't picture Wolverine sitting in line at the DMV.
Yeah, exactly. Just standing in line or walking through the...
Also, all of his vehicles are like, X vehicles with super jet boosters. Like
That's true.
If he sees the cherries in the rear view, he just hits the turbo button and he's gone.
Man, I don't know what you just did to me right now, but whatever you just said put X-Men Wolverine related vehicles in my brain, in which I'm going to eBay later.
The itch is setting in.
Dude, you just said like X-Men Wolverine motorcycle, and I'm like...
The evolution one, huh?
I'm like, holy crap, I need me some vehicles. So, yeah, I doubt he does that.
I don't think any superheroes are paying registration. I don't think the X-Men, before they like fire up the Blackbird, are like telling the FCC that like, hey, we're about to, or whoever controls the air. Is the FCC TV? Who controls the air?
I don't know.
I've
flown one time in my life, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think any of the superheroes are like, maybe Superman. I could picture Clark Kent sitting at the DMV.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
But the rest of them are like, nah.
I'm not going to do it.
If you want your question read aloud like Jordan Allums has here, then you can hit us up at Mighty Champions. But since we're thinking about Wolverine, the X-Men, all that sort of thing, let's rank every Marvel Legends X-Men 97.
Streaming March 20th on Disney+.
To me, my X-Men.
Cyclops. Jean Grey.
We'll always be family.
Storm.
I am lightning!
Rogue.
Heads up!
Gambit.
Too hot to handle.
Jubilee. Beast.
Welcome.
And Wolverine.
Scary enough, bub?
They're all back in 10 new episodes.
The X-Men are here to stay.
Don't miss the all-new X-Men 97, only on Disney+.
Big shout out to Action Figure 411. That is where we are pulling all of this information from. One of probably the best like databases for anything really that I've interacted with. Like it's probably like equivalent to like Baseball Reference or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much the go-to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so a huge shout out to Action Figure 411. So what we're going to do is go through the releases of the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 figures, and we are going to rank them. We did this with Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go in release order. Again, if anything's incorrect, tell Action Figure 411, not us. The first thing we got is Bishop. What are your thoughts on the X-Men 97 like look of Bishop?
It just was in order for me, and now it is not. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for this Bishop. I like the mullet or like the dreads. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of weird to be like brand something 97 then modernize it.
Yeah.
Like cuz his hair is definitely like outdated, but it feels like that's kind of the point. I will say I don't really care for this figure, and I don't own this figure even though I have an X-Men collection, because historically I have never cared about Bishop.
I like Bishop. I'm obviously going to be biased. I mean, the Toy Biz Marvel Legends is way better.
Bishop is essentially your Kyle Reese from the Terminator series.
Which is sick.
But he doesn't really have, like... I'm sure in the comics it's different, but I haven't read his stuff. In the shows, he just doesn't really have anything to do that I care about.
Yeah,
he does thus far in season 2. I'll say that.
I will say not super great. Only another pair of hands and one gun. It just feels like minimal.
Yeah.
Minimal Bishop, especially with figures like Cable and Bishop, they need to have like over the top weapons.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Agree. Up next, Gambit. Big tall hair, classic suit. I think hard goods jacket. Mine is still on card, so I don't actually know. Hand with the cards like flying through the air. I think it's pretty easy that this goes above Bishop. I think it's a pretty awesome Gambit. It kind of looks cartoony. I think it's people's mind's eye of the character. I think this breaks out of the X-Men 97 and is simply a dope Gambit.
Yeah, I think obviously what would make it better is the soft goods jacket.
I think if it was legit just soft goods,
yeah, that would live up to the standard, if you will. I think the thing that sells the actual figure even more than just like the look of it is because of what he was like in the show.
Oh, and he's such a huge part of like legendary across all TV in that zone.
Yeah, I had this because I had bought it and then realized I just didn't want to do modern toys and listed this on eBay like shortly after that episode aired, and it was like
got
the
$400
fastest
for it.
Dude, it was the fastest. That and the Cyclops were like the fastest eBay sales I've ever had in my life, where it was like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
listed.
I bet. Up next, Magneto from Wave 1. So you got your classic red and purple Magneto. This is the one that is in my collection with a little bit of kit bashing that I've done to it. I like him with purple gloves instead of red. And I also put the head from the other Magneto on it and then bought an empty helmet so it's in his hands. But this figure, unaltered, most people's perfect mind's eye of Magneto. I think it goes above Gambit. Do you agree? Because it's got it's just like a perfect version of a major character.
Yeah, I do think it looks like the perfect Magneto. Gotta be honest, like the way Magneto is in this series, it's just a little too like. They were like, let's make him sexy, and then they're like,
he is dead sexy,
and then they're like, sexier. They're like, but sir, sexier.
in the new season, he's got a beard.
It's just like it's a little too like. Yeah, I don't know, man.
But this figure,
no, the figure's good. It's a good figure. Although I'm thinking about that, I'm like, man, why couldn't they do what they did? Like throw in some bent like rebarb or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Rebar.
Rebar?
I think you're combining rebar and rhubarb.
I don't know why. I like as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, please God, let that be right. Rhubarb? Come on, man.
Up next, we got Rogue. I think this is another absolute banger.
Yeah.
I think this is many people's mind's eye of Rogue. The one I have in my collection is the retro wave card one because it looks a little bit more like the Jim Lee original X-Men cartoon. I prefer the brown jacket. But if you don't have a preference, or if you prefer the green jacket, this is A+.
Yep.
The carding looks awesome. Again, it could come with some more stuff for sure. But I do like the ungloved hand.
That's cool.
And I think, it's hard to see in this picture, but I think one of the hands is the glove in the other hand.
I don't see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where do you put this one? So it's not above Magneto.
Yeah.
Is it above Gambit?
Nah. It's above. It could be above Bishop.
It's above Bishop.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Now, the task of spelling the word rogue without reference and not spelling rouge. All right. Who's next? Storm. So we got Storm in white with the mohawk. The Storm that I have in my collection is the VHS one with the cell shading. Because, again, that's the Jim Lee original series. That's my Storm. This one, though, is a perfect representation of Storm in the show.
Yeah.
With the mohawk, and she's in her classic Jim Lee white suit. Great figure. One set of hands is really all it comes with. Where does this one rank? I think it's less than Rogue.
I think it's less than Bishop.
You think it's less than Bishop?
I don't know. I just feel like it's like, to me, it's kind of just like you're getting Storm, like this figure. I don't know. It just feels like you're just getting it just to have like, all right, I checked my box of having all the characters. But again, like, it's just not tempting me because it's just a pair of hands, right? Like, I don't know. But
yeah, but the figure itself, like,
yeah, it's good. It's fine. Yeah, looks like her.
I'll put it below. I'll put it below Bishop. All right. Next on the list, we're still in wave 1, by the way. Mm-hmm. Wolverine. This is, I think, gonna go down as like one of the top couple of Wolverine figures ever, because it comes with the unmasked head, the masked head, and then the unheaded mask.
Yeah.
Plus an extra set of hands, plus the way that it just looks and the articulation and like all of these things.
He's going number 1.
Yeah,
like, for sure.
I think that's...
as I've said this before, I've always had a problem with the comic accurate height of Wolverine, being that he's only 5'3". Not my Wolverine. But no, that's I think absolutely the best.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a slam. In fact, I'll be shocked if something tops it.
Yeah.
But this is why you play the game. Mm-hmm. All right, up next, Cyclops. A lot of people waited a really long time. This is wave 2, by the way. A lot of people waited a really long time for this Cyclops. People didn't really dig the VHS cel-shaded one because it's cel-shaded. I personally don't mind the cel shading, and I prefer that one. But the body is the same. It's the same figure. Mm-hmm. This one just doesn't have the cel shading. The head is where people differentiate. This comes with just like a regular head and then one with a laser blast. So it's got the required amount of accessories. All the hands are there. It's really a matter of if you want the cartoon face or you don't want the cartoon face.
I think that the figure itself, from the neck down, is perfect, and with the accessories. But the head, that's the biggest problem I have with it.
I do too. Personally, it looks like he's wearing lipstick. He's kind of pale.
Well, he's got like a little smiling smirk, and I don't know, man. Like, something about the hair too just looks a little cartoonish. It just looks, and for some reason, like the photo I'm looking at, which is the same one you're looking at, it looks like his hands are too big and his feet are too big.
Interesting.
I don't know why. Like the way I'm looking at it, and I kind of had that problem.
I see it with the feet. I don't really see it with the hands.
Definitely the feet, but the head to me is just like too cartoonish for me to get. I'm
gonna put him above Bishop but below Rogue.
Okay.
I do think it's really good, and I do think that just the way Cyclops' character design is just good.
It is good.
So like, it's a little bit tough to even just get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, up next in Series 2, Goblin Queen.
Series 1 or Series 2?
We're in Series 2.
Okay.
Wave 2.
Okay.
Goblin Queen. So you got, Madeline Pryor. She's in her black suit. She comes with a baby. That's the exact same baby that is with Mystique, that is Nightcrawler. It's the exact same baby that is with... I have 2 of them. And I don't know why.
That's hilarious.
She's got some little magic effects and some other hands. I think this one, it's fine. I don't personally care about the Goblin Queen really that much. Like, the story is really fun in the show.
Yeah.
Jean Grey's and all that, but I'm putting this one at the bottom.
I'm okay with that.
Just because it's not really a figure that I care about, and even if I did, it's a pretty plain looking just figure.
Plus, like the baby is not going to sell it for me.
Yeah, I get it. It's part of the story or whatever, but like, man, make a new baby. Okay, Jean Grey. This Jean,
and if kids are buying that, like, why would I want? I'm not going to play with the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I don't know. It's
it doesn't add anything. Okay, we got Jean Grey in her classic look. I have the VHS in my display, and this is the exact same figure repainted. And it's got hair up and hair down head sculpts. I think this is another one of those scenarios where you go, the figure is kind of fine, but the anticipation to have it is huge for a lot of people because there really wasn't like a classic looking this version of Jean Grey that was out there except for the cell shaded one. So I think I like Storm more than this.
Okay.
So I'm going to put her just above Goblin Queen. And so far, like just to kind of check in, no bad figures yet.
Right.
Like not one bad figure yet. After Jean Grey, we got Magneto in purple. Magnus, they call it. Amazing episode. Like absolutely amazing episode, dude. When he flies them up in the sky and threatens them, like, oh my god, it's so good. This is the head sculpt that I'm using on my Magneto in my display. Dead sexy Magneto.
Yeah, it's just a little too, man. It's just...
I like dead sexy Magneto.
Yeah.
The purple suit though, this is what we were saying. Like if you're gonna do it 90s, do it 90s, and they did, and I don't like it personally. It's just not my. There's a reason why they like did it the one time. It just doesn't look good. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's not Magneto for me. It's just like an old dude.
Yeah, the figure is well executed, but unfortunately the character design is kind of whack.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him last as for now.
Okay.
You know, at least Goblin Queen's like dressed in black and looks kind of hard. If this dude knocked on your door, you would not be scared at all. Mm-hmm. After Magneto, we got Nightcrawler. This is the one that I have in my display. This is the definitive Nightcrawler as far as I'm concerned. And Nightcrawler is like a pretty top tier X-Men character for me. I do wish it came with some sort of effect piece though.
Two swords? Like how hard
some
is
swords,
that?
A BAMF of some sort.
How hard could that be?
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, man.
So as where I think the figure is A+, I think it's kind of a crime when you don't include an accessory that is the whole point of the X-Men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you could say that about almost all of these. Magneto doesn't come with like a girder. Like a lot of them don't come with something that represents their powers. But for Nightcrawler, it feels like more egregious. Yeah. Right? So maybe he's just above Bishop.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is a dope Nightcrawler.
It is cool, yeah, for sure.
Can't discredit that. All right, who's next? Executioner's up next, and man, it looks like the guy. It looks like he looks in the show, and he's got a big gun, and Executioner's like a cool storyline. I don't see a great deal of people even wanting this, and I see even less people putting it into any kind of X-Men display, and it is kind of just a uninteresting character design.
Yeah, I felt like he just sort of came and went.
Like what the consequences that he causes are interesting, but the character is nothing. The character is like whatever at best.
Right.
Does he go above or below Purple Magneto?
I think he goes last.
All right. After Executioner, we've got Cable. Man, when I picked this thing up, I think I bought it at a store in Chicago. When I was in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I got it at the same time as Terminator. When I got it out of the box and started posing it around, I was convinced it was going to be my figure of the year for 2025, 4, whatever year that was. Must have been 25 because we were doing the show. I've got it in my display. It's got 2 giant guns. Even though he's a big, like, brute, it poses really well. It's really articulated. The colors pop. Like, this is a banger. This thing rules.
Yeah, and I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, okay, so then for him, they give him guns. They give him big weapons, huge guns. And then I'll think back to the Nightcrawler, and I'm like, they literally had Nightcrawler with the swords in the show, so they could have done the swords with him. Yeah. Like, so it's just really weird to me where they thought to themselves, like, well, Nightcrawler we can get away with. Cable, we can't not give him guns. Bishop will give him, like, 1 gun. It's like, it just feels weird. It's like they're kind of picking and choosing their, like, what they don't have to spend more plastic on, I guess.
Yeah. It's probably like wave by wave who gets the money spent on them, you know? I think for me, he's somewhere around this like Magneto Wolverine area. I don't think he tops Wolverine, but does he top Magneto, who doesn't have accessories?
I think you gave him more praise than you did with Magneto.
Yeah,
so
the actual function of the figure is pretty great.
Yeah.
So we'll go Cable is going to actually sit at that number 2.
And if I was a kid and I was playing with them, I think I would much rather have Cable because of the weapons, because of the way he looks. You know, you could use him for anything.
Yeah.
Magneto simply just as Magneto, whereas Cable, you can pretend he's anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Okay, Emma Frost. We're now into wave 3. Emma Frost looks good. It looks like she looks in the show. She's got 2 heads. She's got 2 sets of hands. I don't know if that cape is hard or not, but just judging from Marvel Legends, it almost always is. So
looks like it.
For me, that's a bit of an automatic like loss of a star for my taste on anybody that's wearing a cape, honestly. The thing is, there's another Emma Frost that's in diamond form.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to get to. So automatically off the bat, the not diamond form Emma Frost is significantly less interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think huge Emma Frost fans probably want both.
Yeah.
But this one's probably below Jean Grey, above Goblin Queen.
I could see that. I wouldn't have been allowed to buy it. If I was a kid, I'd be like, can I buy this?
Because it's too sexy?
I mean, like, yeah, look at it. It's just, like, it'd be hard to explain. No, this is just like her. This is what she wears.
This is her day-to-day clothes.
Yeah, if you take me to Half Price Books, I'll see if I can find a comic and show you, because it's in the comics.
All right, next thing in Wave 3 is Jubilee. Jubilee comes with, like, huge effect pieces, like a bunch of hands. My thing with Jubilee is season 2 right now has made me care about the character the most that I've ever cared about the character, because previously I just didn't care about her, honestly. And now I do. The show has made me care, and I'm very happy about that. I don't like her outfit here. I don't like this like black jumpsuit with the yellow, like, you know, Gordon's fisherman jacket over it. It doesn't like go together. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But I will say that these effects pieces are cool. The figure looks cool, but I think it pales in comparison to the VHS one.
Yeah, agreed.
Honestly. So I'm going to put her... she's probably right around that Emma Frost zone. She's probably maybe a little less interesting than Emma Frost.
Okay, down for that.
I would say. All right, and then up next we have got Logan, the street clothes Wolverine. 30 years people have been waiting for this. 30 years people have been waiting for this, and damn it, they nailed it.
Yeah.
I do wish that it had something else with it, you know what I mean? Like some different claws, or I don't know, like a little bit of something extra with it, but the figure is A+.
Yeah, I would have probably thrown in maybe like a cigar or something like that, like a cigar.
They don't do that, but yeah,
Yeah.
like something in there, beer cans, something like that. But it's pretty sought after and like wanted and well executed.
Yeah, I would put that right under Wolverine,
right under the other Wolverine,
because I just know that if I was young and I was looking to buy the toys, like I would love to have that, because having both of them would be awesome.
Yep. All right, up next, Morph, who comes with a Oliver Trask head, the Morph head, and then like the early 90s Morph head. So this is a weird one because on one hand, I don't care about Morph.
Yeah.
I never have. On the other hand, this gives you a Trask head, which you could put on any suited body, right? It also gives you a body that could be pretty much any X-person you want it to be.
Yeah.
So it does have some like functionality that I think that they did intentionally, because they were like, you don't care about Morph, but we'll give you this like buck that you can use for a bunch of other stuff. So there's something to be said about that value, right? With that said, it's kind of a dole.
I would say last place, if I'm being honest.
Less than Executioner?
I would never. If I was young, I'd buy the Executioner probably just to have a bad guy. if I saw Morph, I would be like, why would I ever need this figure?
I'm gonna put him above Executioner because he's an X-Man.
There you go. That's fair.
And there are people in this world that do care about Morph.
Yeah,
their introduction to the show was him dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's nobody in this world that cares about Executioner. Up next is Sunspot. I don't
Talk
know
about last place.
I don't know why you make a Sunspot that isn't transformed.
Yeah.
Like, why on earth would you make a Sunspot who isn't transformed?
He just looks like a dude that would come to our gym wearing freaking slides. And then catch an attitude.
Broccoli-headed idiot.
Yeah. Like, I'm this could go last place for me, if I'm being honest.
Yep, that's where it's going to go. Okay, now we're getting into the Pulse exclusives, the 2-packs, the Comic-Con exclusives, that kind of stuff. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 more releases to go. And we'll do them as a box, right, as they're sold. Cyclops and Jean Grey 2-pack. I think this was something we covered from last San Diego Comic-Con. You got your 80s outfit Cyclops in the cowl that covers his hair, the blue jumpsuit, and then you got Marvel Girl looking Jean Grey. This is a banger because you got 2 gimme that figures coming together.
For sure.
And they got effects pieces, they got heads, they got this is a great release. Genuinely great. I think it goes I think it's got to go above Cable.
It's weird.
Actually,
because
I think it goes above Logan.
Well, the only thing is that I'm like, I almost feel like this could be. How many 2-packs are there? There are only two of the 2-packs.
There are 1, 2, 3. There's 3 2-packs.
I feel like if I put that in a separate category,
Nope.
almost. Okay.
Nope.
Then yeah, I'm okay with.
I think it goes above Logan.
Okay.
Because you get 2 awesome characters that
look really good.
A+ releases. It serves as your X-Men 97. It also serves as your 80s.
Yeah.
Right? If you were making an X-Men video game shelf, this is what you need. If you were making a giant, what's it called? Old new giant. What's the book called? The freaking famous X-Men book that started Chris Claremont. Giant X-Men.
Giant-sized X-Men?
Giant-sized X-Men. You need this for that. This serves so many purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a hot one. This is a famous Mighty Champions action figure radio release. Gambit and Rogue basketball 2-pack. This is a weird one because it's a famous moment in the comics. Mm-hmm. It's a noteworthy moment in the series. And it's an absolutely ass Gambit.
Yeah.
The Rogue is whatever. I just don't think people wanted this. Mm-hmm. I'm sure some people bought it, but I think it's bad.
Yeah.
The Gambit is just a repaint of LeBron James, which is to have a Marvel legend that is not a Marvel legend, completely different articulation and form and look and move and feel is a crime. I think you can't put a different figure in a Marvel Legends box.
That's crazy.
So I'm putting it last.
I'm down for that.
The idea is cool. They just didn't put any effort into it.
Yeah.
After that, we have got the Sentinel, which was a Pulse. I think you could just buy them. I think you could just straight up buy them. I don't think it was a HasLab or anything like that. This is a big one, dude. They're big. It's got multiple change out effect pieces for it to be damaged. They were at a price point where I saw some people that felt comfortable buying multiples of them.
Yeah.
So in a major part of the very first episode, let alone the entire both series, something people waited a really, really, really long time for. So I think this one ranks real high.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm cool with that.
The price point is probably going to have to keep it a little bit down because not everybody can do that.
223 is what it's going for.
That's where it's at
average.
now.
Yeah,
it was what was it at retail? 120 or something like that.
Something like that.
I'm going to put it below Magneto but above Gambit, just because it scratched like a very,
Yeah, it's an important figure to have.
very big itch for people. But the price point matters, right?
Yeah.
The other 2-pack, Wolverine and Storm. You got your brown suit Wolverine, your black suit Storm. No extras, just 2 heads and clawed hands in this one. I think these are A+ figures of looks that people highly, highly wanted. Again, it serves multiple purposes. It fits that 80s look and this show.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be pretty high up there. The only 2 heads thing, I think, brings it down just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right behind Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Yeah, because it's like you gave Jean Grey effects, but you didn't give Storm any effect.
Yeah.
And then you only have like...
Actually, you know what? For that reason, it's behind Logan.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
But still great.
Yeah.
How does Storm not have effects?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like
how-
lightning from her wrists or something.
Something, man. And then last 2, I don't even know if these are even released, or maybe this one's just now hitting shelves. Archangel comes with a huge gun. It's a deluxe figure. Another head, hands, like closed wings and open wings. Man, I was a big Archangel fan when I was a kid, just because he looks so cool.
Yeah, he does.
And I've seen some reviews and stuff of this figure, and it looks amazing. I don't know that Archangel has like the biggest following, but I think he's got like a cult following.
Sure.
And this seems like a pretty great release. And at $41 retail, not terrible.
Yeah, not bad.
It's like right up there with like Ultimate Edition wrestling figures. Maybe he's in that like right around the Sentinel.
I could, yeah.
Is he above Gambit? I think so, because the Gambit's got the hard goods jacket.
Yeah, I feel like this one just, in general, it's more striking, more like awe-inspiring.
Awe-inspiring. Okay, and then lastly, before we summarize everything, the NYCC exclusive, I don't think this has been released yet, but it did pre-order, the Apocalypse. This one is heavy on accessories.
Yeah.
Like, real heavy on accessories. Is this a Marvel Legend?
I thought it was like a reprint, but I think maybe it is. The
It has to
body.
be. If it's in this list, it's got to be a Marvel Legend. I thought it was like a Mondo or something.
It looks like a Mondo.
I mean, it's got that level of accessories. Like
Yeah.
drill hands, gun hands, explosions, shields, blasties, sword, wrecking ball. This one's tough to analyze because it's not out.
Yeah.
It's not like people don't have it in hand, but
Right.
making the presumption that what it looks like is as good as it actually is.
I mean, it's $214, unless that's like a...
I think that's the aftermarket price.
Yeah.
The retail was $120. I think it goes probably around where the Sentinel's at,
Yeah, I mean...
but less sought after than a Sentinel. 'Cause it's kind of a polarizing character. I don't care about him.
I
And
like
know
Apocalypse. That's why I'm like, I could almost put him above the Sentinel.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, other people, it's like a religion to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to go above the Sentinel?
I think he could go above the Sentinel because...
Is it above the first Magneto? I mean, Magneto's like the villain.
He is, but like...
And he doesn't cost $120 at retail.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the only thing. Because I knew... Because even if he was whatever he would be back in 2006 or whatever, when I would be buying, he probably would have been like... Actually, he probably would have been the exact same price as all of them because it was the glory days.
Yeah. Live in the now, man.
I don't know, dude. I think I'd put him above... Personally, I'd put him above Magneto. I think he's just more striking. I think if I'm looking at like action figure playability...
I'll give it to you because we have had so many regular Magnetos across toys in the past.
If Magneto came with, like bent steel or like a fence that was halfway torn in half or whatever, like just something else other than just Magneto. It almost feels like the way that action figures operate right now is just like these would be like the definition of like the basic line, where they just come with like just a figure by themselves. But if you want the deluxe, we're going to spend $39 instead of $24. Then you get the extra stuff. And so.
All right, so here's the list from the bottom up, from worst to best. Last place, bringing up the rear, Gambit and Rogue.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to agree on that.
Yep.
Sunspot, Executioner, Morph, Magneto Series 2, Goblin Queen, Jubilee, Emma Frost, Jean Grey, Storm. I think Jubilee is the differentiating line where everything north of her is good.
Yeah.
Like everything north of her is really good. Emma Frost, Jean Grey, Storm, Bishop, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Rogue, Gambit, Archangel, the Sentinel, Series 1 Magneto, Apocalypse, Cable, Wolverine and Storm, Logan, Cyclops and Jean Grey, and the belt goes to Wolverine.
The Wolverine, baby.
That really, because they re-released it, it isn't valuable because
Yeah.
everyone who wanted one got one.
Yeah.
But that tells you it's a future Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Let 20 years go by, and that's a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, I think if any kid is a Wolverine kid, which I was.
Which we all are.
Yeah, and it's like, if I saw that, that's the perfect. I mean, again, it was really hard for me to not get that figure even after, like, proclaiming I don't do modern.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
still
saying?
called to you.
It's still...
All right, get at us at Mighty Champions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know.
New at 11, buyer beware. A local family is outraged over a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy that they bought for their son. It says a variety of phrases, but the family believes one of them includes a swear word that starts with a B.
All right, we got a couple little new aspects to the news this week. One thing that jumped out to me this week immediately and thought of you, and we had a little exchange on Instagram, is that Mattel has announced their San Diego Comic-Con for Jurassic Park. And it is a really cool box, 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor.
Yeah, that looks sick.
I don't really like the other Velociraptors personally because
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, what the dinosaurs look like in the first Jurassic Park is historical fact. To me, that's what dinosaurs look like.
Yeah.
So anytime they look different than that, I'm kind of just not on board. I'm not a dinosaur kid. So I just, you know what I mean? But this box is really cool, and I know that movie means a lot to you.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, you know, that the night before you sent that, I was getting chased by a Spinosaurus in my dream. So when you sent it to me, I screamed a little bit.
Incredible. Jumping over to Hasbro for really the only Marvel Legends news this week. The very last toy set that I would ever pre-order in my entire life went up for pre-order, which is Val and the Void from Thunderbolts.
Holy crap, that is so bold, man. That feels like a April Fool's post.
Dude, I like the movie. I'm a big fan of the movie. Do I want Elaine and a jet black guy?
Man, if it was an Elaine and Kramer 2-pack, I'd be the first one to pre-order it.
Bro, that's bad.
That's so bad. They were like, hey, we got these extra figures left. What if we just dye him black? And then if somebody wants a 60-year-old woman action figure.
Unreal level of not interested.
Yeah.
Okay, then jumping over to McFarlane, who actually doesn't have anything that suits our show to talk about this week, but I put them in here as a placeholder. I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention. I know I brought this up to you last week, and here we are another week later. There hasn't been a DC Multiverse announcement from McFarlane in, I think we're on week 4 right now.
That's crazy, actually.
Which has got to be the longest period of time that we've gone since we started the show. And I'm just positing the idea that perhaps it's an indicator that they're approaching the end. Mm-hmm. Which we knew. Like, that's not news. I'm just saying that at some point they have got to stop releasing figures, right? Or stop announcing figures. And I'm positing that time has either come or is imminent, because we're seeing the DC core lines from Mattel hit the shelves, and now we're not hearing from McFarlane.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least not at the same rate that we were. We used to make the joke we could always count on them for the news.
Yeah, it makes me think that maybe they're just saving up for San Diego Comic-Con to
That
be
could
like
be it
that
as well.
last...
Yeah, that could be it as well. Like I said, I'm not
But also uncharacteristic of them just to not
Yeah,
do
I'm not
it,
making
so.
any statements. I'm just bringing up questions. Okay, jumping over to Mattel in the wrestling space, they announced 140 figures, so I'm going to blast through them real quick. Elite Collection 128, featuring JC Jane, R-Truth, Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Tonga Tonga. I found figures I want less than Val. Yeah, don't need Jelly Roll in my life.
That's crazy.
They also showed pre-orders for Ultimate 33 with CM Punk, Sheamus, and Liv Morgan. I believe this CM Punk is going to be in his Fantastic Four themed attire and may or may not come with Larry, his dog. So keep an eye out for that. They also showed Series 10, which is shocking to me, from the Vault. The term from the Vault started off really exciting and now means nothing, because what we've got here is Triple H in a suit, which is the suit that it looks like he was wearing in the 2-pack with The Miz and R-Truth, meaning the Vault was 6 months ago. Brock Lesnar in his modern day look. Not sure how that's from the Vault. Trick Williams, who's only been a WWE wrestler for a couple of years. In no way, shape, or form has he ever had a figure that you would pull from any sort of vault. And then a Mr. America Hulk Hogan, which absolutely in need of an upgrade. So, okay. I don't know what from the vault means anymore.
Who just did that recently? McFarlane, right? They were doing
Yeah, they did their vault.
kind of the same concept.
With McFarlane, I was saying the whole time, these are not vault figures.
Yeah.
Re-releases, top picks, greatest hits, okay.
Yeah.
Vault? No.
I mean, maybe it's just stuff that you're just not going to see on shelves anymore.
I
or
guess.
they maybe have like a high aftermarket.
Yeah. They also put up pre-orders for Main Event 169, the Defining Moments, ECW Cactus Jack and New Jack, the Elite Collection top picks, John Cena and Pentagon, and then Main Event Showdown 29, Main Event Series 168, Elite Collection top picks, Wave 4 with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. So, man, if you like wrestling figures, go to Ringside Collectibles, because they got bazillions of them hitting right now. We saw from Mezco, I don't know if this was new or not, or just new to me, but they showed off what they're calling Noir Edition Batman, which looks like the animated series, I think, but in black and white. Pretty cool. It's in the 112. Personally, I don't really like being able to see the like stitching of the cloth. That makes it a doll to me.
Yeah.
But it does look very good.
I do like that, because it does look like a doll, but from a character design, like if we lived in the world of Batman and we saw that his suit was like cloth made. Alex Ross once said that in an interview where he talked about why he believes that like these superheroes, it's like they had their own costumes, and it should be like almost like this skin tight cloth look rather than like this crazy amount of armor.
Yeah.
So I do think that looks cool, and it reminds me of that, because it just seems kind of classic.
Yeah,
you know?
totally fair. Jumping over to Boss Fight Studios, they showed off a bunch of like original toys that are in their Epic Hacks line, which I think they have two different scales. So this is the 112 scale. There's one that's called Dire Knight, and it's just a knight. It's like knight in a suit of armor with like a big pike and a sword and 2 helmets and a shield. I think this is just toys for the sake of toys. And it looks really cool. It's kind of like dark gunmetal gray with like, almost looks like blood used as paint to paint like decoration onto it. There's also Mercy Zaleska, who's a vampire secret service. She appears to be like a 1960s sort of vampire that is also in like a sci-fi 1960s like sci-fi adventure with like laser revolvers and helmet. There's one called Rand Arona. It's a Gamma Squad. Looks like a 60s style spaceman that has a gorilla head with it. Like
Interesting.
this is like, and then there's Spartan Warrior, Pride of Sparta. He looks like he's straight out of the movie 300.
Yeah.
He has the same... No, he doesn't. Never mind. toys for the sake of toys. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I don't either.
It just came out of the blue.
Pretty sick though.
They look really good.
Yeah.
So those are the Epic Hacks 112. It says Wave 2. I don't think hear about Wave 1. I don't believe. And then they also have their Hero Hacks, which are 1/18th scale. There's one called Zarko Resources Inc., which is a galactic prospector. Looks like a little one-eyed Cyclops alien dude. Also has like a Mars Attacks kind of looking head. Cosmic Defender, Stellar Guard of Accord, who's like a space knight with like like a black dude head and a white dude head and a helmet head. And then there's Daniel Wright, Quartermaster of the Temporal Voyager, which is a pirate. Like, how do you play with these? I don't none of them have anything to do with the others.
Yeah.
Jet Steel Blade. He kind of looks like Marvin the Martian if he was ready to kick your ass.
Oh, dude, he looks sick.
Stellar Knights of Accord. Maybe this is like there's going to be more knights and more pirates and more whatever as it goes along. And then there's another pirate, John Bradford, Captain of the Temporal. Oh, maybe this is knights versus pirates.
Yeah, maybe.
Like this line. Like, where do you find this information? And then Minos Araxos with the Labyrinth Warrior. So he's H.A.C.K.S from like Greek mythology, like a Minotaur. Has like the battle axe and just cool, man.
Yeah, it is
like,
cool.
I'm going to look into this. I should have maybe done my due diligence. I don't know where these come from or what the point is, but I like them. Maybe
they are really cool.
Maybe that's the point. We got our weekly teasers from Mondo. They released a Ninja Turtle photo that is 4 fedoras and the Ninja Turtles weapons around it. I don't know. Maybe that's like turtle disguises, like the trench coat disguises. Maybe it's a teaser for Leatherhead. I don't know. But, they teased, so now you're teased.
I just did see that. What?
It's Mondo.
Mondo.
The comments, I saw some comments and everybody's kind of all over the place. One person was adamant that it's Leatherhead. They showed another teaser, which is...
I thought it was like Indiana Jones or something like that.
It could, I don't, off the top of my head, I don't recall Turtle Indiana Jones vibes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I could be missing something. They also put up another very similar teaser with some like pink translucent neon weapons. This is absolutely Slash. So Mondo is doing a Slash, which is pretty awesome. His name's about to get dropped in our next segment. That's a very, very popular character, so look out for that from Mondo. Mondo also teased a San Diego Comic-Con Deadpool. You see the hands and the feet, and he's holding the framed picture of Wolverine. But you can't see the figure, so keep your eyes peeled for a Comic-Con Mondo Deadpool. That's going to get the people going. Okay, and then a new thing I'm introducing to the news. We're going to talk about some stuff that sold for high ticket prices. So this information comes from H.A.C.K.S Auctions. H.A.C.K.S is like Golden or one of these kind of places. They sell things or consign them or whatever. So we have a world record price for a 1992 Slam Dunkin' Donatello prototype. Went for $12,390.
Crazy.
For the prototype, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm curious who bought it.
Yeah, I would love to know who bought these things.
Yeah.
This one I put in here just for you.
Okay.
The Seinfeld cast signed finale table read script.
Wow.
$6,910.
Well, now you know where I've been putting my money, John.
The complete set of Raiders of the Lost Ark figures graded.
Okay.
I think between 85 and 95 it says. No, 85 and 90. The whole set, they're individually graded, went for $19,278.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's wild. I think we don't really talk about that line that much, but I think it's a big one.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's a big one. And then lastly, there was a card that is called the Mountain Tragedy Superman from 1940. It was produced by Leader Novelty Candy, so it probably came with candy. A 1.5 graded. Went for $29,538.
That's crazy.
It's got to be a scarcity thing where there's just not
Yeah,
many.
it was some, 62-year-old millionaire that... I remember this card that came with my favorite bubblegum that my mother used to buy for me whenever I would ride my bike to the...
I mean, you'd be like 82, but yeah.
What year was it?
You said he was 60.
What year was it?
1940.
Oh, 1940.
My
okay.
dad was born in 49.
Okay, well then yes, he is.
Yeah, but yeah, crazy.
That is wild.
Crazy. I looked up some eBay stuff too. I saw like a lot of Star Wars that went for like 20,000. I saw some Transformers that like last month went for like 9,000. eBay is tough to filter though.
Man, spending $9,000 on eBay is crazy.
Yeah, this was for. That's the majority of how they make their money, not the piddly
The
stuff
little
that
stuff.
you and I are
I just like okay, like I don't know, man.
If I can find a way to filter it and make it make sense for what we do, I'll bring that to the news every week. Like, here's something that went for high ticket this week on eBay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some Rare Boys.
It's G.I. Joe against Cobra the enemy. Don't let Cobra Commander get away. G.I. Joe!
It's Cobra Commander! He's stealing our missiles! Well, get him, rock and roll! Here comes Grand Slam!
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero.
We saved the missiles, but you gotta get up early to catch Cobra.
Cobra Commander and G.I. Joe figures and equipment each sold separately from Hasbro.
Last week, or maybe the week before, I was watching a major wrestling figure podcast, Toy Hunt, and Matt Cardona and Brian Myers were in this really cool toy store. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe I will before this is over. I added it to my list of places I want to go. And one of
like a comic book shop / toy store.
I think it was called the Toy Spot. Something like that, yeah. And they found a really rare TMNT figure, and I was like, I've never even heard of this thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm a TMNT guy. I don't dive into the old stuff, but like I know the characters for the most part. Like I aced your quiz, and I was like, who's that? And it got me thinking, like, man, we don't really spend a lot of time like drilling into like the rare boys, like the really really rare stuff that's like high ticket because like they're tough to come across. Mm-hmm. Like rare doesn't always mean valuable. And valuable isn't always because of rarity, but sometimes that's exactly what it means, right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what we're getting into right now. In no particular order. This isn't a ranking or anything.
It's just kind of discussion.
Yeah, just open discussion. So the thing that they found for the TMNT was Hotspot. Hotspot is not the most rare and sought after. That would be Slash. But it is, like, they're talked about
Slash
together.
Or Scratch or something?
Scratch.
Yeah, okay.
That would be basically together. So the reason that Hotspot is so sought after is just he's a late release, and he's a firefighter Dalmatian.
Yeah,
and he was a late release when the line was dying, or not dying, but way less popular.
Okay,
right? Wrestling had come along, Power Rangers had come along, like 93.
Interesting.
We're just not as interested in the Turtles as we used to be. And then part of the reason why he's valuable now is because he was not produced at a high rate. He was not purchased at a high rate. And if you just look at the figure, Mom is not going to go, that's one of Billy's Ninja Turtles. She's going to go, that's just, sometimes it's just a toy.
Yeah, exactly.
And a toy goes in the box at the yard sale.
Yep.
Right? So these things are goners. But on Action Figure 411, the most recent sale that they have on here was for $1,465.
Crazy. Loose?
I think that's box. I think that's my on-card, yeah. Which, man, you go from $399 retail... That's $399 retail to $1,500.
Yeah, because I think they said he was like $700 or something like that in that video. Yeah.
Was it just in a box or was it graded?
No, in that video, the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like in there hanging out.
Oh, it had a price tag hanging off.
It had a price tag. It was like $700 or something like that.
Yeah, it was just loose.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, the next one, which we've brought up before for one reason or another, is the one that is commonly referred to from Masters of the Universe as Wonder Bread He-Man. So I looked into this when we brought it up. Never had anything to do with Wonder Bread.
Never?
No.
Okay.
They call it Wonder Bread He-Man. It's a little bit of a like Mandela effect. It was a mail away.
Okay.
And it was also re-released multiple times. And so really people are not clear on why it's called Wonder Bread or its exact origins. It was a mail away, it was a re-release. It's called Savage He-Man or Wonder Bread He-Man. Some people call it Wondar.
Wow.
Which is hilarious to me. But it's basically like an OG old school 1981 mail away He-Man where he has black armor on.
Yeah.
I think that like we don't know what's up with this is part of the reason why it's like sought after.
Yeah. But the Mandela effect is real because like you can hear it in some of the Toy Federation videos where people are like, I had that when I was younger. I swear my mom was the one that you know, and it's just like, and the you know, the people at the store are like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You never did.
And I think that's just because it lives in this weird zone of like, it looks just like so many other He-Mans.
Yeah.
Except for that it has dark hair and a black armor on it. But like, if somebody was like, oh, they're not lying, they think they had it.
Yeah.
Like they definitely think they had it. Mm-hmm. The average price right now in Action Figure 411 is $1,600.
Wow.
Which is less than I would have guessed. Lowest found is $850. So you need that.
There's only like, I'm curious how many of them are like actually exist, or if it is just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, but that's crazy.
In the wrestling space, the Rare Bois in wrestling figures, like the Rare Bois, because it was never released.
That's crazy.
Was
marketed?
It was marketed, so it's the Rhythm and Blues Greg Valentine. So the story goes. And I remember seeing this vividly. So when you're a wrestling fan in this era, you can't wait for the next wrestling catalog, right? They would send them to your house. And the wrestlers were in them wearing their t-shirts and selling their bandanas and all this kind of stuff. And then also you would go through the Toys R Us catalogs. Like the newspaper was a big deal. Because you go grab the Toys R Us catalog and flip through it, right? Like toss the that could be a segment, honestly, is the nostalgia of doing that. The Black Friday ads, all that kind of stuff mattered, bro. So you really zeroed in with a fine-tooth comb on this stuff. And in the 1991 Toys R Us ad on the WWF page, there was a photo of the WWF Hasbro ring and a group of wrestlers around it, and they were advertising the upcoming tag teams that were going to be in the next wave. I think it was the Rockers, Demolition, the Bushwhackers, and Rhythm and Blues. The Honky Tonk Man and Greg the Hammer Valentine in his Elvis getup. Well, that figure never came out, but there's a photo of it in this ad, so it's out there somewhere. Well, guess who tracked it down a few years ago and owns it? Matt Cardona. So I don't have any pricing for it. In 2020, I found an article. It had changed hands at some point, and it went for $13,000 then. There's 3 of them that we know exist in the world. Matt Cardona has, I think, 2 of them. And you have to imagine that he probably paid more than that. Or at least that they're worth more than that now. Yeah. Because now the word is out. Once he got involved, it became more famous, right? So
that's crazy. Usually in cases like those, they're coming because somebody from Hasbro had them or something, right? Like
some developer had it in his closet or whatever. Yeah,
that's what they say. It's like, oh, where did you get this rare thing? And it's like, dude, it's employees who used to work for the company or whatever,
friend of a family.
Like something.
Moving over to G.I. Joe, this one was news to me because Joes are like a year before my time. Like I had them, they were around, I played with them, but I wasn't like into them because by the time I turned online, I was into other stuff. But evidently, version 1.5 Cobra Commander with the swiveling arms. So basically they just added arm articulation, and that was enough to create a fever for this one specific Cobra Commander. The last sold price for this bad boy is $3,500 on card.
Crazy.
Which is like for me, I'm like, I look at it and I go, yeah, that's just a Cobra Commander. It looks just like the other Cobra Commanders, but it has that like rarity and that other articulation to it that became just the standard going forward. So they must not have ever released another normal Cobra Commander. There must have been like the drapey mask and all that kind of stuff going forward after that. Because that one I was like, really?
Yeah, it's bizarre. The Joe world is like, that's where the big spenders are. I feel like
dude,
Joe's and the TMNT are like, people are there to just straight drop some cash.
Those guys operate in a different world.
Yeah, because it's like they're like 50, maybe 50 something at that time. I think if they were like
that one's 83, so they'd be a little older than me. They'd be like 45 and up.
Yeah,
something like that. Like they'd have that disposable income plus the nostalgia to put that money down on something like that.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like Joe is big money.
It's big money.
We could do a documentary about the economy of Joe.
Yeah.
And then last that we've got here comes from Star Wars. You know it, you love it. Rocket firing Boba Fett. It's the whole point of the first season of Golden, I think. You haven't watched that show, have
I've never seen it, no.
You need to watch that show.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a you don't know what Golden is?
No.
It's an auction house. They're the highest money-making auctioners of collectibles.
Okay.
And they have a show on Netflix. It's not called Golden. It's called something else. And it's about going and getting the things, having them, all about their history, and then auctioning them off and trying to get the most that they can get for it. And it's a day in the life of the people that do this for a living at the highest level possible. And the first episode totally centers around them trying to get their hands on rocket firing Boba Fett, which I think they got and sold for like $1.5 million.
Like that,
And I think one of them is currently at Dallas Vintage Toys.
Yeah.
And is somewhere well north of $1 million, maybe shy of $2 million.
I think the last time, it might actually be on the website.
Yeah.
I think you can see it. I think it's like 129,000 or something like that. I don't know why there's such a drop in value.
And theirs is graded.
Yeah.
Theirs is like in a display box.
So, you may even be getting to this, but the reason why it's so, like, rare or crazy is because it killed a kid.
They originally advertised, again, it was in advertisements as this fires a rocket.
Yeah.
And then a kid choked on it. I think he choked on it.
Yeah, he choked on it.
And then going forward, the rocket was like stationary, but you can still see the spring hook in the thing where the design was there.
Yeah.
So it's one of the most famous toys that ever toyed.
They had to like come out with an apology
Yeah.
or something like that. They wrote about it like, whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. You would never think that stuff happens, but that probably is what kicked off. That might have actually been what kicked off putting age on toys.
Choking hazard. The whole thing. Yeah. I'm sure that was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So those are the rare boys. We'll come back to this. There's so many that we can do.
Many of them, and most of them are just going to remain on the computer screen. Nowhere near.
You're not dropping $1.35 million on a rocket firing Boba Fett?
I think if I'm dropping $1.35 million, it's because I bought the rights to Toy Biz.
You bought Toy Biz itself?
I buy Toy Biz from Avia Rod.
Yeah, or you bought KB Toys.
Or I buy KB Toys, which we talked about, I think maybe in like before we even had this podcast, I mentioned about, I looked into it. We were on our way back from Dallas, I think, and I had looked into what it would take to buy the like license or the copyright or
what
whatever.
Did we find?
Trademark.
There's just some dude that owns it?
No, it's a company. I can't remember the company's name, but they are a company that's specific in buying dead brands rights to dead brands in case they want to try to bring it back. I believe they're the same people that bought Toys R Us. But obviously you don't deserve that. Like you like, oh, thanks, I'm in Toys R Us and Macy's and there ain't nothing here, coach. Like, nah. You give me the rights to KB Toys, and I'll say it again. You give me I get the rights to KB Toys. I open one location here in Austin, Texas, the Toyless Nightmare. but I stock it with vintage toys. I'll get modern for sure.
Dude, my dream is whatever the size of the space is. Let's say it's 5,000 square feet for the sake of argument. 2,500 square feet on the left is vintage, and you can't even see the walls. Mm-hmm. And 2,500 square feet to the right is brand new stock Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, whatever, that is actually available because Walmart can suck it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the dream.
Yeah. I mean, you have just aisles of whatever, like, as far as the eye can see. Wrestling, it could just start on one end, would be all vintage, all the way to freaking modern. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It'd be $1 billion idea, dude.
Yep.
Billion. You'd make it a destination spot. People fly from all over the world.
If there's any investors out there that are looking to invest some money, you got two guys right here that can get you an ROI quick, fast, and in a hurry in Austin, Texas. The capital of, I don't know what we do here. Heat.
I mean, the music capital of the world, yeah. I guess, but, you know.
All right, guys, that is the show. We're very appreciative that you have made us a part of your day. Get at us at Mighty Champions. Let us know what you thought about any of the stuff we talked about, and we will catch you guys down the road. Peace.
Now, on to badass Billy Gunn. The Rock understands what took place. The night you won King of the Ring, you got down on your knees, put your little hands together, and you said a prayer, and it sounded like this. Oh, dear God. You see, my name's Billy, and I just won King of the Ring, but there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck. And then at that point, Billy, your house started to shake, the heavens opened up, and God himself spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.